that you said that I have lived with 5 generations.
Somebody says, "Arey, ab to hum boode ho gaye, aap kuch kar nahi sakte." When I remember when I had my son, I was only 25 years old, but I was bedridden for almost 7 months. The only thing which saved me was again my hobbies.
Didn't a second marriage occur to you?
Build my life once again, with or without my husband. We think that we know better than children. We have to be very bold. I'm not Malaika Arora. You know.
Hello everyone, I am Swarupa Mitra, a doctor and oncologist. In the corridors of the hospital, I have realized that there is just one truth: death and time. Death, that is the ultimate journey, and time you can never wind back. As the tears flows by, aging is inevitable. With age comes serenity, responsibility, maturity, and experience. Also, as we age, as hair grays and small wrinkles they come on the face, there is also a huge burden of unfulfilled promises, unfulfilled dreams, broken expectations, and deep regrets. It is not very easy to withstand all this. But I have met someone, and she is here with us today, who has lived 8 summers, 8 winters, and 8 springs. Yet she is an embodiment of strength, elegance, and beauty and confidence. She has actually rewritten what it is to grow old and to age with dignity and elegance. We have here with us, I'm very privileged to have with us Mrs. Vinod Kapila. Ma'am, welcome to my podcast, and I'm so happy, and it has been my cherished desire. I have been following you on your social platform, and I'm so happy, so thankful to you that you are here today and you have agreed to be here today.
Thank you so much, Sarupa. I know, in fact, I feel privileged. And somebody like you, asking me to be your guest, it's a very proud moment for me too. And thank you very much once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, you have multiple facets. You have lived in all parts of the world, in different parts of the country. You have several distinct personalities. You have several talents. And today, after you have crossed 80 and a beautiful 80 where you will be very proud, we are also inspired by you. How does it feel today?
I'm feeling beautiful from inside outside. Outside beauty is, of course, for you all to see and maybe admire. But I'm at peace and absolutely beautiful from inside. I keep telling myself, thank you, God, you made me. Thank you, God, you made me. And I'm absolutely basing my life, every moment of my life, on gratitude. Because God has been kind. What was taken away from me, I still don't grieve. I miss it with happy memories rather than grief.
Absolutely, ma'am. And you have come a long way. You must have seen a lot of changes and your journey from childhood to what you are now today. How has the journey been? Do you think there is somewhere during the journey, something has changed you?
I think so, because I was really very young. I mean, today's girls of 18, probably they know much more than I knew when I got married. But fortunately, I got married to a man of my heart. Not a love marriage, but I saw him, he saw me, and we fell in love with each other. And I got married. So he married a child bride, though he had lived abroad. He was matured, but still young. He was only 23. And we made our marriage work like a magic.
That's so heartening. That's so heartening.
So, yeah. There were highs and lows, I would definitely say. But I went from a very simple household where I was brought up. I was sister of 4 brothers, very pampered. And from Chandigarh, I went to Jamshedpur, which was a different world altogether. Culture-wise, people-wise, yes. My in-laws were very illustrious people. And they were very Western.
Yes, I know, ma'am.
So,
Jamshedpur is
yeah.
absolutely, used to be a very different
Very
city,
different.
very
And
different from many other
and
places.
and we would throw parties, we'll attend parties, and every party was an eye opener for me. Like it was like a aperitif was pink gin, and main food is chicken pate and things like that. Which the words are very new to me, but soon I just got involved and enjoyed every moment of it.
And do you think along the way something has shaped you? You were not the same person before, and you're a different person
Yeah,
now.
I'm a different
Along
person
the
now.
way, you
Yes,
have
yes,
changed.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
how do you think? Because this must be happening to many people, and not every person is adaptive to that change. So, how do you think you are changed today? How have you taken that reshaping?
See, for me, actually speaking, I now when I look back, I, it was literally from coming from a pool, from the house to ocean in the different world. So I learned to swim very soon, and I quickly, without I knew. And I think it was the help of my in-laws, my very, very loving husband, who would appreciate and admire everything about me, the way I kept the house, the way I would dress up, the way I went out, the way I behaved in the public, the way I made friends through parties. So this every stage was making me more confident. That's what was happening.
Yes. And
And
ma'am, I think you said that even in learning, you speak so well today. So you said somewhere that even English you learned after you got married. Even you completed your studies after your
exactly,
marriage.
I went to sit for my BA exams after my marriage. I got married in January, and April I went for my exam. I cleared it, but till that time, I thought marriage was just getting dressed and going out. It was literally that.
Yeah.
But after that, when we were together, I said, "Oh my God, I've got another person in my life." So, but they're very loving, very, very loving. I think it makes a lot of difference when you go to family who really appreciates, admires,
Yes.
respects you, and receive you with open arms.
Yes. Yes.
So that's changed me from a very, 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 I would say, simple girl into elegant woman.
And how was the life in Jamshedpur that time?
Oh my God, life in
Jamshedpur is a
was
city of Ratan Tata, Rusi
oh my
Modi.
God, Jamshedpur was a city of action
Yes.
all the time. Watching movies, having parties, and getting together in the evenings. The clubs are so beautiful. I was a golfer also. I started playing golf. Yes, I started playing golf, and it was a different world altogether, I would say.
Yes.
But very soon I adopted everything, new culture, new household, new way of living. And I was really looked up whatever I was doing. I
Yes.
really looked up. I got wonderful friends I made over there. And from every friend, I learned something new because they were all different communities.
Yes.
So that's what I was building from inside
Yes.
and enjoying every moment of it.
I read one of your, you have written it long back. I just got in touch, came across that small writing you had where you had written that I am a born designer and a foodie by birth, foodie by choice.
Exactly, yes.
And you had also written that taking challenges is my second nature.
Exactly.
So how was it that? How was it that?
See, yes, that's right. I was a absolutely born foodie. I think I was very young when I could do a lot of things which girls in the, maybe 20-year-olds can't do it. A very simple thing, like we all Punjabis have makki ka roti. I could
Yes.
make that when I was 9-year-old. My mother was aghast seeing it. She said, "Oh my God, you made it so beautiful."
Oh.
And then my friend, when I went to college, she went to Home Science College, and I just took arts, and I was in GCG, Chandigarh. Now, what is happening? She was hating that. Whatever paper she would bring, recipe she would do, I would try, and she said, "Now you do the rest. It's got nothing to do with me." So my very first pudding at the age of 16 was floating islands.
Oh.
It's actually a French pudding, dessert.
Okay.
So I made that, and nobody could believe it that it's been made by 16-year-old girl. So that's all, I think it's a passion. Even today, food is a passion with me.
And in those times, I think people cooked only for the household. Not, I don't remember meeting anyone who cooked for passion,
Passion,
or
yes.
loving it.
Yeah,
I don't
loved
think,
it. I
yes. In
loved
fact,
it.
people used to say cooking. I remember that I was brought up that way, that cooking is burning time.
Burning time, yes.
You do, your own, you study or do other
I
things.
would
Why
do
should
much
you
rather,
cook?
yes,
But
exactly.
you have changed that pattern.
I changed, and I think everything I made, to tell you the truth, it even a very simple thing like, let's say, for example, I'm making simple food, chicken curry or something like that, but I could dress it up so that it would become more like literally, piece on the table. And 10 times people would come and ask, "Hey, how did you make this? But it looks so beautiful, it's so good." So I had a little knack.
Yes.
Not that I had to check with the books or anything. We never
that
had.
day we never had YouTube.
Anything.
Yes, no
We
cooking
never
books.
had anything. So it was all by me. It would come from inside.
Yes.
And I kept trying, no doubt about it.
Yes.
My very first gift from my in-laws to me was a huge Siemens cooking range.
Oh.
Yes. And which stayed with me till about 5 years back.
Oh.
Because there are a lot of Germans, so I learned a lot of cooking from Germans also, making their cakes, making their puddings, making their this, learning what else, they used to make different vegetables. So this was the learning stage, basically.
Yes.
But I didn't have to make an effort to learn. It just came so naturally
spontaneously,
to me.
something from within.
Absolutely. And my in-laws, they were very, very appreciative. Every time I would say, "Oh my God, you are great, And my mother-in-law used to say, I'm surprised, whole day you're cleaning your house, you're dressing your flower arrangements, you're doing this. And and I always used to have a, towel on my shoulder so that, wherever dust is there, I would clean that and everything. And by evening, she said, you dress up like a model. Nobody can say that you've been working the whole day. So that was me, basically.
Yes.
And I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed keeping my house really beautiful.
And then how did you step into business?
Because
I remember, I think that time the first pizza shop was you had started it.
It was called Mama Vinodi's Pizzeria. Another friend of mine who was Italian, and her husband was my Girish's classmate. So we together, that was the evening thing. And XLRI,
XLRI, yes.
So it was near XLRI. That is where we had done.
Yes.
And during the day, and along with that, I had opened a boutique my own also. Because now what happened? The children are going to school.
Yes.
And I was never one of those kitty parties, though we used to get together on coffee parties and all that. I always wanted to do something worthwhile. Yes. So I opened the boutique called Bloomingdale's.
Yeah, yes.
I got staff from Calcutta. I collected things from here and there. And in the evening, I would go to the pizza place. Right, so it was very interesting. Busy, but very interesting.
Yes,
that is how I got in the business. I started enjoying.
And you're still into it.
So
even in when you are in your 80s, you are still carrying on with the business.
I don't know whether I told you or not that 3 years back, I have been a consultant also with a lot of companies, in fact, lot of companies. So I set up a cafe in Palam Vihar.
Okay.
It was a very nice cafe, and that couple became very friendly with me. So, these are very fulfilling moments.
Yes.
When you feel that even at this, and that is why somebody says, "Arey, ab to hum boode ho gaye, hum kuch kar nahi sakte hain." I said, please, ye socho hi nahi boode ho gaye.
Absolutely. I think I too feel aging is more than physical, it is mental.
Exactly.
It is mental. Yes.
So if you keep on sitting and brooding, अब मैं बीमार हो गई हूँ, अब मैं चल नहीं सकती अच्छे से, अब मेरा दिल नहीं करता कुछ करने को, मैं बोर हो गई हूँ. I think you're making everyone's life around you also miserable.
Exactly. I think this is what many people do not understand, that you don't suffer yourself. You make your loved ones also suffer.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's actually atmosphere in the house becomes very
gloomy,
negative.
Yes.
Yeah, and which I hate that.
Yes, absolutely.
In the evening when me with my children, and I'm very friendly with my grandchildren, with my great grandchildren also, they are very small, of course, but it's a privilege to have a good family, happy family.
Absolutely.
And I think every woman should make effort to make your family very happy.
Yes.
It's a lot depends on women.
Absolutely.
The house.
And ma'am, what would you say? You were a businesswoman, and not maybe by choice, more by chance or by passion?
By passion.
By passion,
it was always my passion.
Exactly.
Always my passion.
So did you feel any difficulties that time? Would you like to give some message to today's women, especially those who are more than 60 and they're scared of taking risks? So would you say that they would, because that is the time they need to have something for themselves.
Exactly.
Even earning, I believe women should earn
Yes, absolutely.
whatever amount of money.
I'll tell you,
So your message to
Swarupa,
women.
that it's a great feeling when you do something, you set up a business and you start earning from it. I would not say immediately you start earning,
Yes.
but it's very fulfilling.
Yes.
I've
Absolutely.
opened many things, in fact. Some have been not so successful, but some have been very, very successful. But each one of that made me into a challenging person. I don't, actually, I don't even think 10 times before taking a challenge.
Yeah.
And I know I can do it. And
Yes.
with the age, another thing happens that your gut feeling is true.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't have to ask 10 people whether I can do it or not. I said, I think I'm right and I'm going to take a plunge, take the plunge, absolutely.
So I think believing in
Believing
yourself.
in myself, yeah.
So that should be the first.
Yeah, that's the first, believing in yourself.
Yes.
And definitely, family has to be supportive. And because setting up a business, I'll tell every young woman, it's not easy.
Yes. This is what we
Particularly in
want to
today's
see.
world, there's too much competition. But all the same, one should not get scared of the competition because there's competition for everything and everything.
Yes.
And now, due to the Zomato, due to this and that, I think every woman can start their business from home. Whatever your capabilities, you can make good idlis, start doing idlis. I don't know how many cakes and breads I've made. I can't even tell you. In my life, I must have made thousands of cakes.
Yes, I have seen in your social media pages such delicious, beautiful looking cakes and bakeries.
I tell you that now, sometimes I'm thinking my recipes, which were actually like Ashita.
Yes.
So I said, Ashi, why don't you check up from YouTube? She said, Mom, your recipe is anytime better.
Exactly.
And my granddaughter was doing patisserie training in Australia, from LCD.
Yes.
And she told me, she says, Nani, please, मेरे को अच्छी सी recipe भिजवाओ. I need to make a carrot cake. So that's my old recipe, I think must have made 20 times. So I sent her the recipe, and the very next day she says, oh my God, even my chef said I never had such a delicious carrot cake.
Yeah.
So, things like that. I mean, I used to think that these are not copied from anywhere, but with practice.
Exactly.
With practice.
So I think everything, I would say, it has to come from within, and the confidence and the passion in it.
Absolutely. And there are lots of phases have been there. So my own granddaughter, she's been wanting to, because she did the course, she's been wanting to do something with her own name, because she says, I spent 3 years over there learning my art, and now I'm not able to use it because she's very scared to open an outlet due to competition. And one thing definitely is there, that you need to have deep pockets when you go into food business, particularly food business. And I can think of only food, because I've done it myself. And it is a very, very tedious job, very demanding job, because you have to be around when you set it up. You can't leave it to the staff. Because before you know, things go haywire. So, but all the same, the best thing is to have a cloud kitchen and start working for a home. You have less overheads, responsibilities more, but more profit. And today Zomato is really, they encourage women to work from home. So I think the best thing you can do is whatever you're doing. Like when I opened my boutique, I was very happy because I was doing from home, in fact.
Yes.
And every time we had an exhibition, it used to be totally sold out. So that's how I have enjoyed whatever hobbies I had. I made it into profession.
I think that is very important, your hobbies into profession.
Yes. And that's why it doesn't bother me if I get tired.
And Auntie, when I was waiting here, I knew you are very active and you are very agile, very full of energy. But today, actually, when I saw you, you looked like a schoolgirl running around. Miss, from where did you get this energy and this fitness? Miss, what extra did you do? And still doing?
Yeah, I'm still doing.
What is the secret?
My routine is, really speaking, same what it was 20 years back. My routine is same. It happened by chance. I've been always a very health conscious, even from my childhood. I was very health conscious. Even the food later on, after marriage, whatever I was making, my constant worry used to be that it should be healthy also. Not only good looking, but it should be healthy also. And so they probably, and I have, this has been theme of my life, the tasty food but healthy food. And even when I did my, opened my restaurant, so I was, this was my constant desire that whatever dish I make, I must give a piece of health to the customer. So you asked me that what keeps you so healthy and so agile? I think I'm mentally and physically both very agile, very active.
Yes.
So that is what I think probably agility comes from that. And ability to turn a flop into success.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So that has been my motto of life.
Yes.
I never regret what I did. But again, from every flop, you learn a lot.
Yes.
So with me, it has been that I fall 7 times but get up 8.
Oh, these are such nice words. I think we should all listen to these many times in a day.
But I have actually done so.
Yes,
Done
yes,
so.
I can see that.
And I think I told you also that, so all that period from Jamshedpur was beautiful, very beautiful. You also know Jamshedpur.
Absolutely.
I had a beautiful house which was done for Inside Outside magazine also. Then I used to have tables which I used to be very proud of, my dinner tables. Everyone said, oh my God, this kind. And if you meet anybody from Jamshedpur, they'll say the same thing.
Yes.
So
yes.
I was a proud hostess,
Yes.
proud
absolutely.
housewife, proud wife. And my husband and my in-laws, they would load me with compliments.
Absolutely.
So, that actually coming compliment from, compliments coming for a dear one is one thing. But sometimes when you get from friends also and otherwise also, it raises your level of respect in yourself. I would tell myself, thank you, Vinod, and thank you, God.
Yes. Yes.
Because I have been basing my life on gratitude and every single thing when I do. In fact, I laugh at home, when I make something nice. I always tell them, I said, God and sent me to use these until I die. So that's what I'm doing.
That's really very, very inspiring.
And today's girls, like I would like to tell you this, that they are wanting to make very fancy food. Now, even my own granddaughters, initially, now they know that fancy food cannot be all the time, you can't have fancy food. But it's very essential to learn day-to-day cooking.
Okay.
Very essential. Because obviously you can't have fancy food every day. Loaded with cheeses and sugar and things like that. So that's what I tell young girls, that in case you have to attend classes, learn to do everyday food rather than I want to do only lasagna or I want to do only shepherd's pie. Not like that. I had a workshop about a month back. I specialize in breads also.
Oh, yes, I know.
So I was teaching, the workshop was for healthy breads, which we made with khapli atta and all that. Now, which is, everyone wants to have that only. And I felt very nice, because they also, when they went home, they said, oh wow, yeah, we are not feeling guilty कि हम bread खा रहे हैं, हमको लगा अच्छी चीज खा रहे हैं. So I feel very strongly about food, good food.
It is like learning ABC first,
yes,
and then go for essay writing.
Yes, that one.
Yes.
Because fancy food you'll have once in a while. And now, but youngsters today, their way of thinking is a little different. So I don't want to be a preacher, really speaking.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a preacher.
Yes.
Because they can learn a lot from Google, which they depend more on Google than on us.
But Google is probably not the right source of learning always.
Yes.
Like, ma'am, you said that you have been very disciplined always. So how do you carry that discipline even today? What does disciplined mean to you now? How much important is it to be disciplined? Because nowadays, discipline is actually, the word is vanishing. So how do you think that being disciplined is important for a good life?
I think it's very important discipline. Because, there are 2 types of discipline. One is that you do it because everyone else is doing it and you leave it. The other one is you take it lifelong, you carry that discipline with you. With me, that is what has happened. I have carried it. I think in between we got cut. So I got a major back issue when I was in my 30s.
Okay.
Back issue and asthma.
Oh.
When I remember when I had my son, I was only 25-year-old. So I don't know how it happened. I had bronchitis for about 15 days, and doctor said that it's a case of asthma. And I was on heavy medicine, you can know as a doctor.
Yes.
And it was very depressing. I thought, oh my God, what has happened to me? I was really young, children were young. So that is the time I did homeopathy medicine, I did other medicines and all that, whatever I had faith on.
Yes.
But I was bedridden for almost 7 months.
Okay.
Absolutely
Okay.
bedridden. It was so bad. On one side, asthma was there, the other side, my back was bad. So I learned yoga from a Guruji from Munger.
Right.
He had come to Jamshedpur. And Swarupa, that was, like they say, I just did it because I was looking for comfort. But that has become my life. And there's not a day in the last 60 years or 70 years that I have not done yoga.
Oh.
Not a day. I take out time, whatever, even if I'm traveling, I might have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do my exercises and all that. And I must. So I think yoga is physically, of course, it no doubt is very helpful, everyone knows, but mentally also it keeps you at peace absolutely with you. Because, all those breathing exercises, that's what we are looking for.
Yes.
So they help me a lot. And my discipline has been around health, more around health and having me time every day without fail.
Yes, this is very important for everyone to
me time.
listen. Yes.
And my me time is I love music.
Right.
I love music absolutely. So that's soothing my soul, in fact. And this is my very favorite song, if I must say so.
Yes.
Is Jhoom. Jhoom. So that
I love that song.
It's beautiful.
Yes,
that depicts the whole life, in that one particular song.
Yes.
Like my children laugh at me. Aap roz ek hi gana sunte rehte sun. I said they're so meaningful, in fact.
Yes.
So discipline has been my motto of life, and it's kept me alive. To tell you that, really, it keeps me alive. For my back, I had gone to the doctor with my MRIs and all that, and as soon as I walked in, so the moment I sat, I told him, I've got this. Ma'am, but you're walking straight. You're walking fast. How come you have this? I said, I've been living with this for the last 30 years. So he saw my MRI and my son tells me, please tell her to rest a little bit because she's forever on her feet.
Even now we saw that.
Yeah, forever on her feet. So he didn't listen to what my son said. He told me, he says, ma'am, keep doing what you have been doing. You're doing well. So I think this is the kind of discipline I have lived with. And it's kept me alive, not only physically as such, but mentally also very alert, very agile. So because both these things, they go hand in hand.
Healthy mind lives in a healthy body.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So I'm very serious about it. I'm very serious about it.
And that is probably also the secret of your elegance.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so, yeah. It changes your personality from within.
Yes.
And after that, I think we discussed it also, and probably I just dropped a hint that when the times were rough for me after my husband passed away, very rough period. So my life changed from everything to nothing.
Yes.
It's like that. We left our house in Jamshedpur, came to a new place, loses your identity, being alone with young children. So that was a very, very rocky period.
Exactly. So it hasn't been very flowery and very dreamy at all. There were difficult periods.
Very difficult period.
So
very difficult period.
How did you lose, ma'am? Your husband?
He was hale and hearty, but it was...
And I think you were very young that time.
I was 50.
50. So, that's just the beginning of life.
Just the beginning of life when you think that children... And fortunately, both the children were married. And that was just... Time was there that now I want to enjoy life.
Yes.
No more responsibilities.
Yes.
And before I knew that he's no more, he had a brain hemorrhage.
Oh.
He hardly was in hospital for a day. And that's it. So it was a very painful period. I mean, I normally don't like to discuss too much because living with pain is no good.
Yeah, yeah.
Time has gone by.
I know.
And, but only thing which saved me was again my hobbies, food and fashion both.
Yes.
I immediately after 2 months I opened my boutique, coming from Jamshedpur to
Yes,
Delhi.
to Delhi.
In
Okay, you
Panchshir.
shifted from
Yeah, we
Jamshedpur to
shifted
Delhi.
from there.
Okay.
And can you
That is
imagine
also
living in
yeah,
that
yeah.
amazing huge house?
Yes.
Here we came Delhi houses, you know how they
Yes.
are. But
yes.
my Shifalika's Deepak's in-laws were wonderful, great help. They were the support system.
Yes.
And wherever we needed, they used to be there. So, you know, in life you meet people, it's not only that your own children, but sometimes you meet people who make your life worth living.
I think that is such a beautiful words you said.
So,
Yes.
I'm very thankful to them, very
Yes.
thankful to them for that. But, and again, she said very initially, then I was thinking what to do now, what to do. And I told my son, I said, I want to open again my boutique.
Boutique, yes.
Because I was not very happy with the sympathies I was getting around.
Ah,
I was not happy.
yes.
Neither. I would definitely cry every evening, but during the day I kept that fixed smile on my face.
Yes. Because many people go through grief. We have personal losses, sometimes losses which is very difficult to forget. But life has to go on.
Life has to go
Life
on.
has to go on.
You know, I was thinking more of children than me.
Yes.
And they were just married for a couple of years. I said their life I can see that it's in shambles.
Yes.
But I have to be part in putting them together.
Yes, and then you were the only earning member
I was
then
the
of
only,
the family.
Yeah, I was the only. I
Yes.
set up. My son also was working, of course.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
things were
yes.
difficult.
Things
were
were
very
difficult.
difficult.
And
in
ma'am,
every manner.
if I can ask you a very personal question, you were only 50 that time. And I can imagine how beautiful and elegant and stylish you were. And you were in a society where you met all kinds of people from very higher strata and all kinds of strata. Didn't a second marriage occur to you?
Actually, no. Because for me, most important was to be around my children.
But you could do that even with a second marriage.
No, I could never imagine another man in my life. I had such a happy life,
Yes.
married life and all that. I mean, I still had no complaints. I said, oh my God. But it was a big loss. So it
Yes.
never ever came to my life. And it's very difficult for a young woman, not young woman, maybe a woman, to be leading a life alone.
Yes.
I was fond of socializing. I was like, we're used to that from Jamshedpur.
I know.
So, but I could see there are lots of vultures around.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah, that is what I meant. It is not very easy.
And learn to handle myself with dignity.
Yes.
Always.
And you did that all on your own.
All on my own.
What do you think was the strength? What gave you the strength during the time when things looked so dim, things looked so unhappy? What gave you the strength?
To build my life once again, with or without my husband.
Yes.
And I did that.
I think that's a very confident statement. Yes. And everybody should learn that.
Yeah, I did a lot.
When a person passes away, he's always there.
He's always there.
But life has to continue.
Life has to continue. That's what I said. Life has to continue.
Yes.
So I did, and it's only because I was working. I set up my boutique. I set up restaurant. I was doing lots and lots of catering. I was taking cooking classes, but everything with dignity, absolutely.
Yes.
Everything with dignity.
Yes.
I did so many workshops. Even I went to Chandigarh to do a nutritional college of Chandigarh. I did workshops there, and you know all that knowledge was it was my saving grace.
Yes.
And then I have been consultant to many companies.
Yes.
To tell you the truth, without doing any MBA, without doing any, I always I tell my friends, I'm plain graduate, but I had ability to learn.
Yes. I think this is very important. Yeah, the willingness to learn.
Willingness to learn, yes. So that was there.
And ma'am, I think you said somewhere you were managing some lot of in the Tata also.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Tata.
Yeah, could you say something about that?
See, all my friends, they were very appreciative and would admire me, the food I would serve and all that. They say, yeah, You must utilize it somehow. I said, I don't know what to do in Jamshedpur. Of course, I opened the little cafe, but besides that, I didn't know what to do. So this opportunity came to me. The Tata Timkins came to Jamshedpur.
Yes.
And they were all French, basically. Tata
Okay.
Timkins
Okay.
French. And then they had lots of guest houses. And we, couple of our friends, those who are looking after this, HR and all that, they say, would you mind if we give you guest house the way you run your house? Can you run the guest houses as well?
Oh, wow.
So I said, well, I don't mind taking the challenge. And at a time, there were 5 guest houses. One was in our own house, and it was all with food. And there used to be only French or English people, no Indian at all. So the food and the menu and everything, I had to take care of that. Amazing things happened. And a very interesting incident, I'll tell you. So these people are all coming from at different timings and all that. And I had good help, of course. And one guest house was in our own house. They all enjoyed the food I was giving them because the menus are made by them only, that this is what we have. They are more non-veg and all that. On every Sunday, I would get them together and serve Indian food. Because I wanted them to know something about India also.
Yes.
And believe me, Swarupa, they used to love Indian food. I gave them dosas also. And one particular dish I still remember, and I tell everyone, and we laugh out, our curry.
Yes.
So I made that Punjabi curry and rice and a couple of other things. So all of them, they stood up to see, what is it? This looks very interesting. This looks very... Now suddenly I didn't know whether to call it curry or what shall I call. I said dumplings in yogurt sauce.
Oh, wow.
You know? So,
That's so innovative.
These are the kind of challenges which come to me. And the spur of the moment, I don't know how it came. I said, pakoda bhi wohi hai. They're dumplings after all. And everyone took the recipe from me to send to their wives.
That's
So
wonderful.
So these were the kind of incidents, which leave a mark in your life.
Yes.
That how you could please somebody with a small thing. So, but God has been kind, I think everything, whatever talent has there, it's been sent by God, has sent me to cook food and feed millions of people.
Let me come to your fashion sense. First, let me ask you, according to you, what is the difference between fashion and style?
See, fashion is how can you style your clothes? Or fashion which is all around. You think, आजकल ऊंचे कपड़े पहनने का शौक है. Fashion.
Yes,
that's fashion.
Yes.
I have not created it, but it's there. The trend is there. It's trend. Fashion is trend, basically.
Yes.
So I was one of those who never followed fashion. I broke the trend.
Yes.
I would design my own clothes, which would be different than others. And that is what my style statement used to be.
Yes.
Style is how you portray it.
Yes.
How you carry it, how you portray it. It's not by copying from books. It is how your own this thing, and every dress looks different on different person.
Yes.
So I would design my own clothes and I would dress them up the way I want. So that was my style basically.
Yes.
And I think I carried a bit of grace along with it.
Yes. That is why every outfit does not look the same on every person.
I was very happy in my skin. I was very happy in my skin.
Yes.
Because probably I have always looked after myself very well. And and the clothes, see, I have never one of those who would copy something. Believe me, because I can create better.
Exactly. You're a designer yourself.
And I can create better than that.
Yes, exactly.
And it need not be very expensive. I mean, I like even simple clothes, but fitted well, dressed well, and by my own choice.
Yeah. So I think that means if people say that to dress well, you have to have a lot of money.
I don't think
You don't think so?
No. I have been able to design my clothes from khadi, in fact. And they come out as best people would say, "Arey, ye kahan se kharida hai?" You don't have to really. That I think, jinke paas dekho, those who are loaded with money, that's what they say, that money can no doubt buy everything.
Yes.
But I don't believe in it.
Exactly.
I can create definitely a wonderful dress from very simple fabric. And I do that. Believe me, I do that. The dress you see me wearing it's all designed by me.
Yeah.
Half of it stitched by me. And here I'm wearing
Because
in
I
front
haven't
of you.
seen this kind of dress
So
anywhere.
here I'm sitting in front of you.
Yeah.
So
I think that's so nice.
So I don't follow trends.
Would you, when you dress, do you dress for yourself,
Oh,
or do you
yes.
expect how the world is going to?
No. I just dress for myself.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be screaming about that what I want to show off. I really know.
Yes.
I don't do that at all. I don't do.
So it should make you feel very happy.
Absolutely, yeah. Whatever I am happy wearing what I'm wearing, and then I don't even ask anybody. Sometimes at home, I definitely, between me and my granddaughters, they say, "Dadi, is it nice?" Or I'll say, "Nikki, is it looking nice?" No, Dadi, looking very, very nice. And I can actually stitch my clothes beautifully. I can tailor them very well.
And I think you have been very unconventional. When I have followed you,
I
I think you're very unconventional in dressing. The way you dress.
I think I've learned everything all by myself.
Yes. How does it feel to break tradition, I won't say break, change tradition?
You have to be very bold.
Yes.
You have to be very bold. I have worn very fashionable clothes all through my life without showing the skin much.
That is also important, yes. That is something to be emphasized, yes. Stylish can be very decent looking,
yes.
and very elegant looking.
Very elegant.
Yes.
So that is one thing which is even today is very important to me. Do fashion, but it should be restricted to something.
Yes. So that people can follow you.
Follow you.
Same dresses.
See, that's the thing.
Yes.
And I mean, in fact, when I was even playing golf, I'll tell you, I was a golfer, but not really that great a golfer, but I was the best dressed golfer. So,
Yes.
so that's the kind of passion I have for fashion.
Yes.
I was not a good golfer.
So I'm giving you a lot of things to think about. But I have a very interesting life, really very interesting life.
That's it. Like,
I mean, I just believe in make every day interesting somehow or the other. So, and I do that. I read a lot, I won't say, because, let's discuss a little bit about Buddhism, how it changed my life.
Yeah. Yes.
Shall we?
Yes. So, ma'am, you have talked about many things. Your difficulties, the time you have rejoiced, you have been happy, successful. But there must have been moments which have been very heavy, depressing. Sometimes you feel, I can't do anything more. There must have been such time.
Yeah, definitely.
So would you like to talk about them? How did you walk through them?
Yeah, there were tough periods because there were not one kind of difficulty, there are many kinds of difficulties. Financial also, and losing your dear one also. So it was, suddenly I was feeling life was absolutely empty. But what came to my rescue was, I think, not being idle. That was the only answer to my how I kept myself. Not idle even for a moment. I was doing so many things, in fact, besides doing my yoga and other, because that also was part of my very precious thing that I could devote time to that. So there were very, very few evenings when I would say that, I'm feeling bored, or I don't use that word, in fact, that I'm sad. I don't use that word.
Yes. That's not there in your dictionary.
Not in my dictionary at all. Yeah. And I really don't. I don't brood. I think in all these years about together in the family we've been staying, I'm staying with them, of course, for the last 25 years. And I don't think we have had argument in the house.
Oh, that's marvelous.
But, yeah.
That's marvelous.
Yeah.
So I will be coming to that question also. But before that, what gave you that strength within, the inner strength to bear all the difficulties, to wade through the difficult times?
I just felt that, in these difficult times, it would be better if I add value to my children's life rather than be a burden on them. So, and I was always independent.
You can talk about Buddhism.
Yeah. So I was, but like you said, tough times, you always need some anchor.
Yeah.
But-
That's what. Yes,
yeah.
you need an anchor.
So yeah, you need an anchor. Everyone needs it.
Everyone.
And I was looking around. In fact, I come from an Arya Samaji background, so I
Okay,
don't. Yeah,
okay,
I don't go
okay.
to temples. I don't do
Okay.
much of.
Okay.
Gayatri mantra is my mantra.
Ah,
That's it.
right.
And but I met a couple of friends, and my niece who's into Buddhism. So she told me, Bua, if you listen to me, your life will change. Why don't you try? Why don't you try? Because first of all, to change your religion, I mean, Arya Samaji, they don't know Murti Puja, nothing.
Yes, yes.
So I said, okay, no problem. And she says, we call it when you introduce somebody, it's called Shakabuku.
Okay.
The word is Shakabuku.
Shakabuku.
So she said, I'll get you Shakabuku done by somebody, and you start doing that. So initially, it was very difficult to get into this mode, but I was so low inside that I was ready to do anything to put me straight. Because I was not wanting to show my face, sad face to anybody. So I got into Buddhism. I met very, very nice people who would probably hold your hand as and when you need it.
Right.
And Buddhism is, it's like, it is a miraculous thing. It's a miraculous view. It's a chanting basically. But it emboldens you. Absolutely. Does. And you don't need nobody around you. You can handle yourself beautifully. What all they teach you.
Right.
The first thing what I learned, I'll tell you, I'm just going back to that only. When I lost my husband, I was in my heart of hearts, like all of us say, कि उसने ये कर दिया मेरे लिए, उसने ये कर लिया. That is why it happened. But you stop doing that.
Right.
You just don't do that. It is all your own mistake, cause and effect. You must have created causes which results are right in front of you. So this is Buddhism is based on cause and effect.
Right.
And relationships. So again, change yourself, the whole world changes for you. I absolutely believe in this. Perspective has to be changed.
The way you look at things, look at the world.
I started looking at my life as a beautiful thing God has offered me. Make the best of it.
And life is so transient. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow.
You don't know. You really don't know. But it's very difficult to be happy from inside. From outside, we can all put on act. But from inside, and I was getting better from inside.
I think this is something you need to generate on your own. You'll have to make an effort.
It is your own problem how you keep yourself happy. Like you said, transient.
Yes.
It happens like, you want to buy a new bag, designer bag. You're very happy for 15 days. Then you say, Arey, ho gaya, bahut ho gaya. So that is transient.
Yes, yes.
But what is from inside happiness comes with great difficulty. You have to be at peace with yourself. So that's what Buddhism had taught me. Don't grumble, don't grieve, stand on yourself, stand on your 2 feet.
Right.
And look after yourself. Look after yourself. Pray for yourself, pray for others. So it is absolutely, it's a medicine for your soul.
Yes. And only a happy mind can make others
happy. Exactly.
Yes.
And celebrate each moment of your life.
Beautiful.
You think as if the last moment on earth is now.
Yes.
And you celebrate it. And I've really done it. I've actually done it.
That's beautiful.
So it's a beautiful philosophy. I would more and more youngsters, because in the same thing, relationship problems were so much, not all around me. In fact, I used to see, thank God my children didn't have such problems. So again, in Buddhism, we help people who have these problems.
Right.
We hold their hand.
Ma'am, you have lived, when I was talking to you, something which I really picked up, that you said that I have lived with 5 generations. So that's just amazing. So it must have been very difficult. And what I know that you have actually lived with them under the same roof. So how difficult must have been, or how enlightening it must have been, staying with different generations, people who are older to you, and now with your own generation or younger generation, parents, in-laws, partner, grandchildren. So how did you mold yourself and adapt yourself each time?
See, first of all, I thought I'm privileged to be living with 5 generations. And I'm very grateful to God that I was able to see all my children growing up in front of me.
Yes.
But on the other hand, it's not easy. Because, when we are a little older or old, we think that we know better than children. What I learned from that there's plenty children can teach you rather than you telling them so. So I said, let me not step on their life at all. Don't breathe on their necks. Give them independence. Like as an elder person, we had the habit of telling them, but I am telling you because I'm older. So I never did that. Because I said they don't like me to be preaching them. They know enough about everything, more than maybe I know. And so on the contrary, I was learning from them rather than teaching them. And we've been great friends with all my children, in fact. My great-grandchildren are very small, but otherwise I've been very friendly with all my children.
Yes.
So all age groups.
Yeah.
It's
not and staying together always.
Yes, staying together. Yes. But like they say that you can make good friends or you can build your relationships if you overlook their negative points. If you keep on pinpointing, you can never be friendly. They will never like you.
Yes.
So that I realized once or twice I did. I mean, like how it is then when kids were younger, that many a times it happened that and then I had to keep my mouth shut. And you give suggestion only if it's asked. Don't give a suggestion without asking.
Yes.
So I sincerely believe that it's better to be quiet than butt in.
And ma'am, these days you have seen senior household, senior apartments where only senior people live. And many times the parents, when they're aging, not because their children want, they want to live separately. So what is your thought on them? Do you really advocate that such things should be encouraged more, that the elderly staying separate? Of course, there are many positive points about it. But I think staying with the family has they look at the other side. So what are your thoughts about it?
See, I think there's nothing like staying together, to tell you the truth. Because I have seen some of my friends who are staying alone, their life is miserable.
Yes.
Because that's you don't have to be part of their life, but you have to be around. They have to be around. So, because loneliness kills you.
Yes.
And there's no medicine for loneliness.
Absolutely.
So the least children can they don't have to sit on your lap all the time. But if they are around, that's a big thing for thinking, oh, they are also there. So but there's a two-sided thing. A lot of, in fact, I'm seeing older people staying in these houses, which are very beautifully done these days. I see that they're more like 5-star hotels and all that.
Yeah, and they're all safe over there.
And it's good for them whose children are abroad.
You're right.
But not if they're locally staying, then there's no need. Really, there's no need then, I'm sure.
So
because, I'll tell you, older people cannot be always a burden. That you have to train yourself, that you're not a burden on them.
I was just going to ask that.
Yeah. Yes. So this is in your own hands. Don't grumble. And don't brood. Just go with the flow. Keep a smiling face. Always appreciate everyone.
Yes.
Like initially also I said that you have to nurture your relationship, be it with children, be it with the elders. If you do every day, you nurture your relationship, because don't take them for granted. That doesn't work. In today's world, it really doesn't work. Because I have seen that, like when I was young, we didn't have that many responsibilities as they have.
True.
Because most of them are working also. So they're answerable to bosses, they're answerable, how targets have to be met and all that.
Absolutely.
They are,
yes.
every moment of the day, they are under stress. So why give them more stress about your own problems? Try to solve your own problems. I have become very independent. I was not living in Jamshedpur under shelter.
Yes.
I was not. We had drivers, we had cars and all that. I came and learned to drive, though I've never been a good driver.
Driver who dresses well.
No, I am expert at getting Ubers. Absolutely. I don't have to ask anybody. I said, I'm going. Like day before yesterday, my niece lives in Model Town. And she rang me up. She said, Bua, why don't you come? Mom is also here from Chandigarh. We'll have a nice time and all that. And it was 10 o'clock in the morning. So, and I got a call and suddenly I said, yeah, why not? Let me make her happy. So I quickly booked my car and all that. Went 11, came back at 6 in the evening. Happy, made them happy, happy myself, happy my family that yes, you've been able to do it without bothering us. Without bothering us.
I think
So
that
I
is
think
being
that's very-
self-dependent
Yes,
is important.
That's very important.
Something auntie at this age, which I think ails many people, is expectations. So, although however much we say no, and don't keep expectations, but there will probably some bit of expectations, and they are not always met.
Yeah,
It's not that the children cannot or the others cannot,
I know.
but they are not met. And many times, of course, I don't suffer from this, but there are many who have this burden,
Burden. They
that
have it.
expectations.
But it's a
What
human nature.
message would you give
Ah.
to such?
I would
people?
definitely give that don't over expect from your children. Please don't over expect. They have their own life. We enjoyed life when we were young. Let them enjoy their life.
Yeah, this is what you have said. Yes.
So let them enjoy their life. Don't be a burden to them. So and don't breathe on their necks. This has to be distance.
Distance.
It works very well.
Yeah, it's a healthy distance.
Healthy distance works very well. Yeah. I have some things I have done it and I've been very happy about it because I've been friends with most of my friends. Can you imagine my son-in-law? I've been friends with him also. When he has a party, he's in Agra. He'll say, Mom, you also must come and sit here. I said, no, your friends. No, you're good fun, let's. But I sit with them for about 1 hour. When I see that, enough is enough, I said, okay, my dinner time, I'm going in. So these are the limitations you must understand yourself rather than date, Mummy, ab andar chale jao aap. How insulting that would be.
Yes.
So I think these are the things which have probably made me very friendly relationships I built with them. And they are as happy to get me over. Because I don't make a nuisance of myself. So
And this is very important because relationships are so we can't live without them. And sometimes when you live with them, they become burdens and source of unhappiness.
I have
So it's
lots
very
of
important.
friends. I have lots of friends who are going through that.
Yes. Old age homes, they are springing like mushrooms.
See, no matter how much money is very important, no doubt. It can buy a lot, but it can't get you happiness.
Yes.
Can't get you good health.
Yes.
Can't get your children back. So it's all how you manage your life. There's nothing else. There's no mantra as such. But it is your own way of handling yourself. And you better handle it very well, I'll tell you.
Yes.
If you don't want to lose your children. Most of these people who are going through, because our own couple of friends are going through that.
There are many. And self-pity, that is also another, most women after 50, 60.
They do that. They do that. I'll tell you an incident, in fact.
Yes.
Very happy. Funny incident.
Yes.
One of our friends, her husband passed away. So all of us were there. And the prayer meet, we were there. And 2 daughter-in-laws, they also came. They are not a good relationship. And she suddenly said, oh, my heart and all that. And we almost fainted, the wife. And the daughter-in-law says, see, फिर लगाना शुरू कर दिया तमाशा आपने.
This is common.
So ये जो है ना, because, and she had been doing it to get attention.
To get attention, yes.
But that's what a way to get attention. And in front of everyone, I listened. I said, अरे यार क्या बोल रही है ये? She said, अभी फिर शुरू कर दिया आपने. So you have
but this is so hurting, but you are inviting it.
You have to be very wise. Very wise how you handle. Because these are very precarious relationships.
Yes. Very delicate.
Very delicate. And the children today, they do not have that kind of patience what we had.
And we have to accept this.
Yes. See, we used to respect elders a lot. Now, they don't think that unless, you can't ask for it. If you earn it, it's very good.
But they have their, I think, different definition of respecting.
Different. And another thing, what has happened, why this relationship problem is there, that we try to be more friendly with children. In friendship, they say it's better to be just your friend.
Yes.
And they forget that you are much older than them.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that is very, I think, very right you have pointed out,
yeah,
ma'am.
because
Yes.
between us and our parents, there used to be so much. It was not that I could not say, "Are kya kar rahe ho?" Isn't it? Now children just say, "Dadi, what are you doing?" So unka, the way they say it also is a different thing. Although because we are very friendly. "Arey dadi, aise mat karo na." So it's a very different world. I actually because I've lived with children.
Yeah,
That's
they
why I
say,
can
"Dadi,
relate with
yaar
you."
mat karo."
Mat
Mummy,
yaar.
yaar. My daughter says, "Mummy, yaar mat bol."
And suppose I really try to tell, she says, "Arey, now you're talking like dadi, dadi, na." So these things are there, but there's nothing like having children around.
Yes,
And
yes.
there's nothing like having children.
Absolutely. Ma'am, how does, since you are living with a family in the heart of Gurgaon, how does a typical day looks like with you daily?
See, living in Gurgaon, as you said, in Gurgaon, a particular day is then to better have a help in the house. So that is the key point
Yes.
to keep you happy during the day.
Yes.
So, and then, of course, my routine is that I am a little early riser. I get up at about 6:30, 7. And one habit which I've been doing for the last 5 years is have a golden drink in the morning when I get up. I have shared the recipe with a lot of people. In fact, I might
Yes.
share with you also,
Yes.
and I have few pictures of that also. I'm not Malaika Arora, so I don't claim to be one.
Yes.
So it is my own recipe, which has done wonders for gut with everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
So it is. I call it golden drink because there's lots of haldi goes into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is lemon is there, and I make a powder of couple of things like zira, ajwain, and things like that. It's there, and it's a glass of that with juice of amla.
Okay.
It's delicious, in fact, that drink.
Oh.
And many times this concoction what I make in the evening, I mix little vodka also in it.
Oh, wow.
Because it's so tasty as it is also. Like your limca, the base is like that. It's
Yeah.
delicious and lovely color. So this drink, I start my day with
Right.
that. And I do chanting in the morning.
Oh.
Again, my Buddhism gods do. That is more for peace for the soul. So I chant for half an hour. Every morning without fail. And along with my cup of tea. And I start with gratitude, I end it with gratitude. I don't know whether I said in between, but I base my life on gratitude.
Yes.
Gratitude actually not only what God has given me, but behind the scene, people who are working for us, my people, who make my bed, who cook food in the kitchen, who do the cleaning in the house, the garbage feel. I mean, it's gratitude for all of them.
Everyone,
If they were not
yes.
there, our lives would be miserable.
And
So that is-
gratitude actually comes back.
Yeah, it comes back, exactly. So by 8 o'clock, then the chaos starts. And nashta, what nashta we are going to have. Everyone has different, like my son likes to have paratha most of the time. And my granddaughter and my daughter-in-law, they are following some, due to their stomach problem, they are following some different Ayurvedic treatment. So in that, different atta, different rice, no
Okay.
palak, no.
Okay.
So I have to handle all that everyone is happy as they want, that way. So that is it's my test of my patience at that
Yes,
stage,
yes.
right? So it is only breakfast right now.
Yes.
And
Breakfast.
it's only breakfast. Okay, so the breakfast finishes by 10 o'clock. Now what for lunch? Again, I have to see who likes what. So this managing household affair, it's actually, it's a challenge also, but it's very fulfilling also. When I see the smile on children's faces, ki aaj khana bada acha tha, maza aa gaya. I forget my,
Yes.
ki I'm tired or no, I did. So
Yes.
I mean, in the morning there was a crease on my face, but that ends up with a smile, big
Yes,
smile.
yes.
So after my tea and all that, then my yoga session starts. And I do in between, before doing my yoga, I go down, 3 friends of mine, they walk in the morning
Oh.
and they sit after finishing their walk. Because I do yoga, so I don't walk in the morning. I go and chat with them. And believe me, they are not my kind at all. But I don't care. But I just feel that just to go and laugh with them
Yes.
on silly things.
Yes.
is very relaxing. So I do for about 20 minutes with them. Then I come up and I do my yoga, and we organize the breakfast or whatever it is. But my day is as such, even without all this, is very active as such, because I'm going from one place to another, to another, to another. I'm just here and there. Then I'm tending my plants. I'm very fond of gardening, very, very fond of. And believe me, it gives me so much pleasure and peace at heart, as if I'm tending my children. I water them myself.
They are actually. They are like children, because you tend them, grow them.
And I talk to them.
Yes.
Sometimes they're looking very nice. And then I literally water them myself.
Yes. So, ma'am, when you feel unhappy, or there is something within you which is bothering you, and you feel, people should come and ask me some expectations. So what do you tell yourself?
I tell myself, first of all, behave myself. And I really, deep inside, I tell you, I am not in no pain. I'm happy as ever. So you also please be happy with me. So that's my, I'm just telling my soul that everything is perfect with me. Neither I'm unwell, nor I'm unhappy, and I'm living well. So glow with it.
Yes.
So,
so you don't even let yourself know.
I know. I don't even let myself know that I'm in pain.
Yeah.
I really do.
But that sometimes may backfire.
It does. Not that it doesn't. It really does. But then, see, it's a good idea to cry sometimes. I do.
Yes.
As and when, I can't contain myself. I do.
Yes.
But as soon as that particular period is over, I force myself to keep that smile on my face. And then the moment you keep your smile on your face, you're telling yourself that you're perfectly all right.
Yeah.
So you have to keep reminding yourself that you're
yes.
happy.
Yeah.
And nothing is wrong with me.
Yes.
Life has been so good with me. Why should I grumble? Tell me that. Why should I grumble? And first thing, again, I'm just cutting short in between. I tell every time I get ready, I say, gratitude, God, you made me so beautiful. So you have to keep telling yourself that you're very pretty. This is like they say now, you determine yourself to say this.
Yes.
So, and suddenly you awaken from inside. Oh, wow, I'm very pretty. It's not physically really pretty as such, but you're just, I think your deep inside is the happiness is there. And happiness shows on your face.
Yeah.
Because you are creating your happiness, it's in your hands. Nobody else is making me happy. I might be really having 1,000 challenges, but if I can be happy with myself, those challenges don't mean nothing to me. I can fight anything. I'm actually very strong, I must say. I know
I agree
smaller
with
things
that.
I don't crack at all.
Yes.
I really don't.
Yes.
And a lot of my friends, they say that we love the way you handle your life with dignity.
Yes. Actually, and that is what I was saying, ma'am, that you should make a small, how to carry on, how to conduct your life. You should have a small session on this.
We'll make that.
Yes. It's very important. Ma'am, some quick questions. Any compliment which has actually touched you, one compliment which you always remember by anyone?
Yeah, there was a compliment by this, since again I'm coming back to food only, when I was running the guest house. So one of he was French, and but he had come from America. So 2:30 midnight he arrived in Jamshedpur, and he was served hot food. And I had made lasagna for him, that was the request, lasagna. And he left a message that, Mrs. Kapila, I've never had such tasty lasagna even back home in America.
Wow.
So since, I am in food business, that touched my heart.
Absolutely.
And it's rarely that one comes up with these kinds of compliments.
Yes.
So that was very touching, of course. And then, of course, I have...
you must have received loads of compliments.
Yeah, I actually... I've been lucky,
Yeah.
I've had lots of admirers around me, my ladies also. Gents is
Ah.
different thing, but ladies, all my friends, they always say, how do you manage this? How do you manage that? But I that comes just very naturally to me.
Mm.
My husband used to say, in fact, when you enter a room, how everyone starts looking.
Yes.
So, I've never made an effort to be like that, really
Yes,
speaking.
yes.
That's another thing I say when you say
Exactly.
fashion or
Yes,
grace or
yes,
this
yes.
thing. You should not make an effort to be what you
Exactly,
are. It should
yes.
just come very naturally
Exactly. And you have never even tried to hide your age.
to you. No.
You have been just yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So that brings me to that question, ma'am. What does aging gracefully mean to you?
It means that don't fight it.
Mm.
Don't fight it at all.
Yes.
Receive everything with dignity. Every single wrinkle, I think, is like we say, spice on the food.
Right.
And don't try to erase it because you have lived well.
That's
So
lovely.
these are the indications of that.
That's
so
lovely.
Just be very happy with what
Yeah.
you are.
Have you ever been scared of aging?
No. I'm scared that I want to be on my feet. I don't want to be unwell.
Yes, yes.
And I make every effort to check my health.
Ah,
Otherwise, no.
right.
Otherwise, no.
That's nice. Any regret, ma'am, that you carry?
Yes, I regret definitely that I wanted to live longer with my husband for a few more years.
Mm.
That was too soon, he went away.
Yes.
That's
But
one
I'm
regret.
sure, ma'am, he's there with you and he's been
right.
watching you and he's feeling very proud of you. Yeah. So, last two questions, ma'am. How would you like you to be remembered by people who are watching your loved ones?
I've been a fighter. I've been a fighter. And I haven't cribbed going through one stage to another. I haven't cribbed. I haven't grumbled. I haven't cribbed. I have never pitied myself. I never pitied myself. So I don't think I have got any regret, really speaking.
That's
And
lovely.
I think part of it, the credit goes to my children also. In today's world, having your elder living with you for so many years, hats off to them also. Because you are a nuisance once in a while.
I know Ashi, so I think she is just a copy of yours.
Yeah,
She manages everything with that style and elegance and with a smile.
Yeah.
She's doing a lot of work.
Yeah, lot of work.
Lot of responsibility, doing it to the
Yes.
hilt.
Oh, yes. A very nice, lovely person, Ashi. No doubt about it.
So, any advice or you would like to give to women more than 60 who are coming to 70s and 80s?
Yeah, I have lots of friends who are celebrating their 75th birthday actually. So I have few of do's and don'ts. I'll just share with you. It depends upon you how you handle your life. It a lot depends upon one person. So, because I have seen life actually is not a bed of roses. It's not.
Yes.
But unless जैसे हिंदी में बोलूं, अगर कांटे नहीं होंगे तो फूल भी नहीं होंगे.
Yes.
So ये तो 100% that's right. And जब कांटे होते हैं ना, then we are looking for God.
Yes. Like if there is no darkness, you don't appreciate the light.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what. So, okay, now you ask me, repeat your question, then I'll tell you. Now, some of my key points, shall I say that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, some of my key points which I have learned through life and little bit through Buddhism also. So, they are, don't hold grudges against anyone.
Yes.
Why? Because I think they don't do any harm to the other person, but it's done enough harm to you. What we think, our thought process also is very important. Like they say na कि ऊपर से हंसते रहते हैं, अंदर से गाली देते रहते हो आप. So thought process is very, very, keep clean thought process. And then there is, these are especially for a lot of ladies who said, nurture your relationships on daily basis. I find it's so true. It's so true. whether it's with a child or with your son or with your daughter or your daughter-in-law or your friends.
Yes.
It's very important. And then there's keep your opinion to yourself till asked. That's all of us know that, So there's no point, telling कि अरे मैं सोचती हूँ यही बेस्ट है. बेस्ट नहीं है, वो बोलते हैं गूगल को पूछने तो हम बताएंगे बेस्ट है कि नहीं है. So keep your mouth shut. Celebrate छोटी छोटी खुशियाँ. Then wait for the big one. This you must include. This is very cute and this is very right. Earn respect rather than expecting respect.
Yes.
You are responsible for your own happiness, no one else.
True.
Be happy with yourself. It will light up your face. Smile, the boldest statement without saying a word. Smile is the boldest statement without saying a word.
Yes.
And it's actually, I sometimes when I'm wishing my friends, on their birthday, I definitely say that, keep that smile on your face, but add so much value to your face.
Yes. It increases the face value.
It increases the
Yes.
face value.
Yes. Yes.
So these are some of the things that, what else? I think happiness is a state of mind. Be the master of your mind. You have to control it every moment. Otherwise it goes haywire. And it always gives you more negative thoughts than positive, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
And we have to control it every moment.
Absolutely. Yes.
Doctor,
yes.
you know it, how
Yes,
much
yes.
it works.
Yes. Yes.
So these are some of
Absolutely.
my key points. I lived life.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for this wonderful evening with us and sparing the Sunday afternoon. And for us, it has been very enlightening. And I'm so happy today that finally I could meet you and I could see you in person and also talk to you. So
very
I'm
happy.
sure the podcast today will be watched by many people and it is going to make difference in the life of many people. So thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. And we'll meet again next month.
Thank you so much.